How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Getting Jiggly with It. I'm Will, and today we're getting it played with a little bit of My Little Pony. Oh, there's cards in here. My Little Pony Adventures in Equestria. More specific, that's a mess. More specifically, the Transformers crossover. And then I realized I was going to wear my Autobot. I was going to wear some Autobot shirt. It's a Optimus Prime Tron thing that I got from Loot Crate years ago. But I went with my unicorn. This is for Lucita. Lucita likes her unicorns. As you probably, if you saw my top 25 new to me games, I mentioned this game in it. If you watch my top 50 of all time video, this is going to make an appearance in one of those videos as well. So make sure you subscribe. Those videos will be coming out the next 5 Thursdays, basically. And of course, let me know what you think about my top 50 video and tell me that I'm wrong. And then I'm going to tell you, I don't care. This is my video and I'm doing what I want. Anyway, this is the lunchtime stream. I'm trying to get games done in roughly an hour-ish. I mean, I've got about an hour and a half, but I would like to eat during my lunchtime as well. So this is My Little Pony Deck Building Game. Let's go ahead and flip over the camera so I can give a quick overview. Because again, we need to get this played. So we are set up for a two-handed play of My Little Pony Deck Building Game. So just like most deck building games, you're going to have a market row. That market row is going to have cards that you're going to be able to acquire through spending different resources. So unlike most deck building games where you have one resource, this one you'll have different resources that you'll need to spend. So you have your horseshoes, that's horseshoes, your movement, more horseshoes, and your book. I think that is all 3 resources. The other thing on the card, you may have multiple resources available. So on this card, for example, let me see if I can zoom in. I don't know if this is gonna actually zoom in high enough. Nope, too high. All right, guess we're gonna stick with this. You're gonna get one or many resources. There may also be a negative, which means you can remove something, for example, a cloud, but same thing. You could have a cloud in your card. That means you're gonna have to add a cloud. Like that's a minus cloud, that's an add a cloud. That means because this card is really powerful, they're kind of restricting you. Now you might ask, Will, what do those clouds do? Well, those clouds cause the game to get harder. So for each round, you're going to add a card to here. In terms of these hurdles, once you get 2 times the number of ponies, 2 ponies plus 2. So once we get to 6 clouds, then this setback occurs. Once you've exceeded that, then the clouds start coming down to the final hurdle, which I went ahead and chose Lord Megatron, which is level 4. This is, I think, one of their only level 4s. I don't know if we'll be able to beat him, but I figured it's the most thematic because there is a pony, but I'm not familiar with that pony. I'm familiar with Megatron. The way you accomplish the hurdles is you have to overcome them. So in this case, it says we need 1 pink sugar cube or a pony, then flip 1 hurdle for its chaos. Oh no, sorry, that's our yeah. So we need overcome. We need 1 per pony. So we need 2 pink cubes. Then we flip 1 hurdle for its chaos. So on the bottom of these cards, I don't want to show them, but at the bottom of the cards, I can show you here, there is a chaos effect. So when you flip this card, then you're going to have to add that to what you need to overcome. So example, if this were the card that was pulled out for this one, then you need to do plus 1 additional, or no, sorry, plus 3 additional hooves per pony. So that means you need 6 more hoof prints to complete that hurdle, if that happens to be what this card is. I'm hoping it's not. So what that means is on your turn, if you want to do something, you can either do the hurdle, you can do your location actions, you can buy your cards, play your cards out. If you want to do the hurdle, your turn basically ends. So you need to determine how many cards do I want to keep in my hand to make sure that I can do this hurdle. Now, other players can help you with their hand of cards. It just means, of course, on their next turn, they're not going to have as many cards to accomplish the objective. If you fail, everything comes back to your hand. It's the end of your turn, so you're going to discard anyways. The other player discards their cards that they use, but like any sugar cubes, those come back. So you get your sugar cubes back. Next thing is your locations. So you'll be moving your pony, or in this case, our Pony Autobots team. There are some actually Pony Decepticon teams. I debated using Soundwave. He's got a cool mechanic with the cassette tapes, which allow you to do actions in locations you're not in. But in a location, I'm going to go to this location, I need 3 movement, but then I can perform these tasks. So for example, this one as a task, I can play 3 books to have a target player draw 1 card for each book spent. So basically, if I do 1 book, I get one draw, 3 draws. Target player is whoever you choose. It could be you, it could be the other player, you know, same thing. Example here, we can pay 8 hoof prints to gain 3 cubes, green cubes. We can reduce this by 1 hoof print for each green energy spent. So Energon is a unique resource for this particular game, right? Right here, for example, we can get our pink cubes. We can get 3 of them. So it's a very big number, meaning we can almost immediately complete this card. Now, once we have got a check mark, we can only do a task once. Once we've completed all 3 of those tasks, then this location goes away and we get a new location. I did not add any of the, I put these in backwards. I did not add any of the base game locations. So these are just the locations from the Cybertron. You can mix them all together. Same thing with the hurdles. These are just the Cybertron. I forget what the name of this one. Adventures in Equestria. Oh, Collision Course. There we go. So I only put the Collision Course hurdles in here. If we run out, we'll just shuffle them back up. But again, you normally can just shuffle all of your hurdles together and make a big old deck. Shuffle all your locations together, make a big old deck. For the deck, for the market deck, I put in all of the new bad things. So again, this makes it hard mode. So it may be harder than I really want it to be. I also play with the custom rules where I only have 1 of each type of card. And my deck is over 60 cards. One of the lost conditions is deck out. I don't think that's ever possible in most of these games unless you're just buying and buying and buying. But in this one, I don't think that's as easy to do because you kind of are on a timer here, right? Because you're going to add a new cloud, right, to this every single turn. All right. And let me make sure I got my turn sequence here. Yeah, because we have to slide the adventure row. Yeah, I want to make sure that I've got all this. All right. I think we're good. If anybody has any questions, or maybe I'll mention something as we go through the game, but I think that is pretty much it. Oh, Twilight Sparkle. I guess we'll go over our characters. Twilight Sparkle and Optimus Prime. On my starting side, I forgot to mention that the cards do flip. For control, if I control 2 batteries of any color, then I can reduce the horseshoe cost of the adventure row by 1. So that's nice. Once I have all 3, I can flip over. When I flip, this is a more powerful side. At the start of the turn, you automatically gain 1 Energon that you can store if you need to. Once you have all 3 batteries, you can deploy or redeploy your space bridge token. So that's this little token that I get. The space bridge token allows you to add a 4th location, and then you can add the space bridge to it. And you can travel there. I can't remember if it's a travel. Doing setup, give this to, yeah, deployment. Yeah, moving to location costs 1 Energon. So it costs 1 Energon instead of the movement to go there. And then basically once that's completed, you get the space bridge back. For rarity and RC, they need to control a pink and any other. They may use 2 resource tokens as 2 wild tokens instead, which is nice. And then you can spend the green and the blue to flip the card. And then when you flip to RC, start of the turn, she gains 1 pink Energon. And then she can spend all 3. Target player may remove up to 2 cards from their hand or discard pile from the game, and then flip the card. So basically, she has a built-in culling mechanic where she can get rid of things. What I was talking about here were the tokens. So when you gain a token, it serves 2 purposes. it serves whatever the token it said you were supposed to gain is. So example, if this is says gain a book, then this is the book token. It counts as +2 book, or it can count as a wild, a +1 wild. So basically, if she has two, the pink and one other, so 2 batteries, then this always counts as a +2 of any resource. So that's actually pretty powerful. Yeah, so we are good to go. I'm probably going to run out of drink before the end of the stream. We'll do little sips. All right. Let's go ahead and draw our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a special starting card per pony, so we did get Optimus. So we have this. We have a lot of horseshoe action going on. And then the Optimus card has a book. It might be a little bit hard to see there. And then it gets 1 Energon of my choice. And then I may pay 1 sugar cube to gain 1 resource token, or 1 resource token to get 1 sugar cube. So that's kind of nice. It's kind of, I can flip-flop. All right. So that is, let me push these down so I have my decks where I can get to them. Oh, we know what the bottom card is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So horseshoe. The regular starter card, oh, that's a movement. It's kind of hard to see because it's right in that black tree, but it's a movement card. Horseshoe, and books. So Rarity and RC have a good mix of things. All right. So we are going to start here. If you start your turn here, then you gain 1 of your choice. So we will just, let's go ahead and start with the blue battery, I guess. These tasks are infinite, so unlike these where when we complete them we have to get rid of the card, this is always available. Pay a movement or a Energon to exchange 1 sugar cube from another, which we don't have any. Pay 2 books or 2 Energon to remove 1 card from your discard pile from the game, so again a culling. Pay 3 horseshoes or 3 Energon to gain +2 horseshoes +2. Okay, so you gain a token. So you're that way if you're not using all your resources. She doesn't have any movement, so we're not going to move. We do have 1 book. Can't do anything with the book. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 buying. We cannot buy that. So artifacts are a permanent. They stay in game. Same with the super allies. I added them in. I just thought it was thematic. It does put me over my artifact limit, but I don't care. But basically, they become superheroes, so they're just better cards. They are more expensive. So this gives us 1 of each, and gives us Decepticon. For each Autobot you have discovered, discard 1 resource token you control. So if you're going to do this, you kind of want to stay away from Autobot cards. So this isn't very good since I didn't choose a Decepticon player. The balloon ride, 1 book, 2 movement. May discard 1 card to draw 1 card. That's not bad. Can't buy that. And then here, 2 movement. We return 1 sugar cube from the supply to remove a cloud from the active hurdle or final challenge. So that would buy us more time, but I think I'm going to do the balloon ride. We're going to get rid of all that. So let's make sure we do end of phase, add 1 cloud to the active hurdle. No, that's not good. Yeah. Discard all cards you've played. I did that. And then draw a new hand of 5 cards. Okay, did that. So this is the rest of our starter deck. And then, so she's going to have some movement next turn and 2 books. And then we start a turn, we move the adventure road to the right. So this is one thing I do like about this, is it does have a self-refreshing mechanic. So if no cards were bought, then you get rid of the right card. The other thing is if you get one of the bad cards, depending how bad it is, like I had one game where it wasn't hurting me at all. So I just let it keep sliding off until it fell off. I forget what those cards are called. All right, so that was first turn. All right, so now we are going to go to Rarity and RC. So she does have movement. She has 4 buying power and 2 books. All right, what can I do with the 2 books? Nothing there. Can I spin? I can pay 2 books to remove 1 card from your discard pile. I think it's too early to do that. Need 3 books there, 3 books there. Right now I can't do anything with her 2 books. Oh, started my turn here, so I do get that. All right. And I have 1 movement, so the only place I'd be able to move would be here. So I can pay 3 to gain 2 different resource tokens or 1 sugar cube. So that'd get me on my way to my sugar cube. Draw 2 cards, then add 1 cloud to the final challenge. Pay 8, and I don't have 8. So, do I want to go ahead and get the cube now, or do I want to... I think I'll save that, because I don't think we're not anywhere near completing that. So I'm going to save that. I'm going to buy some cards instead. I think I'm just going to stay here to get the Energon on the next turn. So we have 4 total recruit. So that new card is gain a book token, which is good because she can use it as 2 wilds. So that's definitely good for her. All right. Draw back up to 5. We're going to add a cloud. And we're back to here. All right. So, all right. So we have 2 movement, 2 books, and 2 hooves. So we do get 1 of these. So we now have 2. We reduce the cost of cards in the adventure row by 1. So I could buy a 3 cost card. I do have 2 movement, so again, I can only go here. And I need 3 to do that, so I can't even do that. So, 3 cost card here is the only one I can buy. You return 1 sugar cube from the supply. So, I guess, yeah, I mean, that's fine. We'll do that. We're not going to use the movement because there's no reason to move. And the 2 books, pay 2 books or 2 to remove a card from your discard pile. Again, I think it's too early to do that. I think it's too early to do that. All right. So just like normal deck building fashion, we're going to do this. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we got our hooves and a book and the movement. All right, add a cloud and refresh. All right, so, all right, we're at 3 of 6, so we're halfway. So now I think we do need to probably start looking at getting those sugar cubes. All right. Remove this card from the game to gain, so I can outright just remove my starter card to gain a sugar cube. I think that's an emergency situation only scenario. So let's move. All right, we started our turn here, so we go ahead and get this. And then we're going to move here. We're going to pay the 3 to get a 1 sugar cube. So we're going to get a pink one because that's what we need. So we need 2 sugar cubes. 2 sugar cubes. All right. I think that's good. Cannot do anything with that other resource. So we put a check mark there. So that can only be done once. That's how it kind of prevents you from just like spamming that. What is this error? YouTube is not responding. What is YouTube doing? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. No, there's nothing wrong with my, hopefully there's nothing wrong with my internet. So I'm going to keep going, whether it's streaming or not. If I find that the stream got messed up, then I'll always upload these as separate videos anyway. So we'll just keep on trucking, because I did clean out my hard drive. So I'm not going to run into that problem of running out of space again. That happened the other night. All right. So we're going to shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have, what do we get next turn? We get two hooves, a movement. A movement's a lot of movement. Not a very good hand. Not a very good hand. All right. So, add our cloud. And like I said, because we did not buy anything, Trixie falls off. And we slide everybody down. And we add a new card. All right. Ongoing. You may put the first card you buy or gain your turn on top of your deck. Oh, that's kind of nice. All right. So, we are on Twilight Sparkle. We're at 4 of 6. So she has a... Did I gain? I didn't gain that Energon last time. So technically she would already be at 3. Because I forgot about that. So, pay 1 sugar cube. No, we don't do that. All right, so we have 1 movement and 3 hooves. I forgot. If I would have remembered that, I would have had her go here and do that and had her buy a card. All right, so I have 1 book. I can't do anything with 1 book. I don't want to move. I mean, I can't gain any more Energon. So let me see. I don't want to draw the 2 cards. I mean, I could. It adds it to the final challenge. The final challenge is... So the normal final challenge is +5. This is +4. And then you need 4 sugar cubes. A level 1 challenge is, I think, 2. Level 2 is, I think, 2 as well, but something else changes. So they gradually increase. And then this is the maximum, right? +4 instead of +5. And then 4 sugar cubes instead of 2. All right. All right, so we have 4, but we get a 1 discount, so we can buy something up to 5. And unfortunately, it's 6, 6, and 7. And then the 3. I only have 1 movement. Let's see here. I could flip now. And then, because I haven't gained this for starting my turn. Oh, it says if you start your turn. So I think I would have had to already do that. But I'll gain +1 here. Let's go ahead and do that instead of reducing, because I don't want to buy anything up there. Or I don't need to reduce. So we're going to go ahead and flip. So we're going to spend all of our Energon and sugar cubes. And then I'll need to get all 3 of them again to put, oh man, I was going to put my bridge out. That's what I wanted to do. All right, so this isn't the start of my turn, so I don't get the gain there. I don't get the gain there. So we will play, we play this. That'll get us 1. And then, like I said, we have 4 buying, so we will just buy this one. You may drop some beats to have a target player draw 1 card. So I guess some games, you know, they want you to do fun stuff. So that is the fun stuff. Yeah, that's all I can do. All right. Draw to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need more sugar cubes. All right, so we are at 5 of 6. So on the next turn, this setback will happen. So if I can't get that 1 cube, we're basically going to have to take that setback. And I don't think I can use a battery in place of a cube. I can use a cube in place of a Energon symbol. There's many times battery can be flipped. Yeah, it just flips the battery token. Battery token of a particular color, no Energon, you may discard a matching sugar cube instead. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I can use it in place of. No, because when they're talking about the batteries, it all deals with flipping them over. So that is it. Okay. So we are up to Rarity and RC. So she only has 2. Oh, she's got 2 movement. So there's nothing I can even do. Yeah, we're gonna have to take that setback. And then 2 isn't enough to buy anything. Yeah, 2 movement. I don't want to. I'm not going to stay over here, so I guess we'll go ahead and use the movement as a minimum, so we can go here. And in the next turn we can gain that. I don't have anything in my discard pile. I can't do that. I need 3 Energon or 3 of that. Don't have that. Pay 1 movement or 1 Energon to exchange 1 sugar cube with another from the supply. That's not going to get me a sugar cube. Yeah, wow, this is a horrible turn. She couldn't do anything. And this is not the turn I wanted her to not be able to do anything. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so technically, worst case scenario, we can get our second sugar cube by removing this card from the game. So she has lots of buying power and 1 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she has 5, maybe 6. All right, so we're going to put on the token. Oops. All right, so we are at 6 now. And then let me double check. I think from here forward, they overflow. So that's going to be bad. Setback. All non-active players must each discard 1 ally from their hand. So this is the active player, because this is still on her end phase. So, and she has no allies, so that worked out okay. And let me double check. I think hurdle's already okay. Yeah, if the hurdle's already at the cloud limit, or if there are no hurdles, place the cloud on the final challenge. So now they're all going to go down here to the final challenge, which makes this more difficult. So that card I got that lets me remove clouds, definitely going to come in handy now. All right, we lost our super ally because we could not afford her in time, and we're sliding down. All right. There we go. All right. So, all right. Do I need movement? I've got 3 movement already. So we're going to play this because it gives me a movement to get rid of. We'll discard that, which will let me draw a card. Not very helpful. Not very helpful. No, I started my turn here, so I get this. Start my turn, I gain this. I'm going to go ahead and do my portal. Maybe we'll get some good things that'll get us a sugar cube. Task: pay 2 to draw 1 card. You may then hang on. Spin this 1, 2, 3. Flip my card. All right, so pay 2 to draw 1 card. But now I don't have any Energon, so I can't even go up there. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. So I could call with this. And I have three buying because I don't get my discount. There's nobody I want to buy. Wow. Okay, can I do pay 3 to shuffle the Adventure Row discard pile. Then draw 2 cards and place them on top of the adventure deck. Not sure what that does. I'm not sure what the benefit of that is. We will have 3 books. Pay up to 3 books to have a target player draw 1 card for each book spent. So I think we're going to do that. Let's go ahead and do our movement. We're going to move over here. We're going to do our 3 books to have target player draw 3 cards. Yeah. So, oops, 1. 2, 3. Unfortunately, we're still in starter deck round, so you know most of what we're getting are of no use. All right, so we spin our books, we spin our movement. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 recruit now. I need 8 for the, well, that's even for the green cubes. Need 8. So 5 will get me green light. Autobot. You may gain 1 Autobot or Decepticon from the adventure row. If you choose a Decepticon, add 2 to the final challenge. Yeah, so it's the Decepticons are kind of make the game harder because you're going to keep adding more to the end. So I can get her, which she seems good because she gives me more discounts. Target player gains a +2 book token. And I'm not at 6, right? I said 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was at 6 to get one of the artifacts. And there's no way for me to get an extra hoof. Yeah, because I don't have my discount. Oops, this should have been flipped over still. So I think we're going to move back. I have one more. Yeah, I have 5 movements. So I'm going to move back here so I get my Energon at the beginning of the turn. And I think, yeah, I think we're just going to get green light. That's a new Autobot. I'm not familiar with green light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's the Energon one. All right. So we are now adding to the end because we have not completed that one yet. Ugh. Yeah. And then Sweetie Belle moves over and we have Ratchet. We have Ratchet. All right. So there's no gain. This is the only way I can gain pink right now. It really is. I don't have any other way to gain a cube. Pay 6 to draw 2 cards and okay, or this one. So if I get 6, I can go there. Which again, I didn't have 6 previously either. I only had 5. 6 to reveal the top hurdles. Yeah. Top hurdle of the Chaos deck, then gain sugar cubes equal to its difficulty level. So that would be good. I could probably get 3. I get 1, 2, or 3. So that's kind of risky because it's, you know, random. All right. So what can we do? Oh, she does. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she has the 6. We gain the blue, which we already had. I think I forgot to do that on the previous turn, but she did start here, so we get the green anyways. What was her flip ability? Target player may remove up to 2 cards from their hand. Okay, so it just lets her call her deck. So we don't want to do that yet. All right. So we have 6, but we only have 1 movement. But we do have this, so we're going to have to do it, right? So we're going to use our Energon to move here. And then we're going to do this task by paying our 6. So I can't keep letting I can't keep letting clouds get down here because that's going to be 8, and it's just basically game over. Like this doesn't even. Oh well, at 3, all allies that generate Energon when played must be played each turn. So you have to use your batteries. You each turn. And then once you get to 8+, battery tokens now cost 2 Energon or 2 sugar cubes to flip once we get to 8+. So you can keep adding clouds here, it just makes it more difficult. If you don't beat this when you go up against the challenge, then it's just game over. You only get to do this one once. Right? Yep. All right. So now we're going to do this. Reveal the top hurdle card of the Chaos deck, then gain sugar cubes equal to its difficulty. So unfortunately, it's my worst case scenario. It's a 1. Reveal means that you get to put it back. So since we're going to reveal it, we see that we need 1 action card per pony needs to be discarded. So on the cards, they have a type. So we need 1 action card per. And I don't think either one of them have action cards. So I still can't even go against this. All right, I get the extra cube I need, but we haven't gotten that many action cards. 1, 2. So I can't complete this until this gets shuffled back into my deck. Oh, that's rough, man. That's rough. And this is where I was telling people, like, you know, the people have talked about this. The game has a high difficulty spike. In the regular ponies, what I've done is there are specific cards that say if this pony is playing, then this pony gets this thing. And I've added those into the starter decks. So you kind of always get that extra bonus at the very beginning. So it's kind of starting your deck out a little bit stronger. Because again, you are at the mercy of like what cards are here to what cubes you're going to be able to get. All right, so that's everything she can do. She doesn't have the Energon to come back. Well, she can. I can spend it, and then she gets it at the beginning of the turn anyways. So we're going to go ahead and spend the blue one. Oh, no. To come back, I think I still need to use a movement. Yeah, I still have to use a movement. Did I have a movement? Yeah, I had 1 movement. Okay, so I can come back. So I didn't need to spend this. Actually, hang on. Do I want to stay here? Pay 2 books to draw 1 card. You may then discard the card to draw another card. Pay 4 to gain the first non-situation card from the adventure deck. I can pay her 3 energy to get her a token of a type. And she's going to get more. I don't think I'm going to... I mean, I could color deck now, but they don't have any cards. So I'm going to spend these 3 before the end of her turn. I'm going to spend these 3 to get a token. So this basically counts as a +2 wild once I get my batteries back. All right. Yeah. All right. So put 1 there. 1. Hopefully I get some action. I need 2. I need her to draw 2 action cards because right now Twilight Sparkle and Optimus have no action cards in their hand. So when you're trying to do the hurdle, anybody can contribute anything. So the cubes and the cards can be contributed by anybody. The final one, each player has to contribute the cubes. So in the final one, we need 8 cubes, 4 for each of us. 3, 4, 5. All right. And we got no, luckily we're going to shuffle our deck for Twilight Sparkle. So we got no action cards. So we know we can't do this yet because we need action cards. So what is Twilight Sparkle going to do? She needs to buy some more action cards is what she needs, but there's none out there. All right, so we have start of my turn. So we do get an Energon. And then this card gives us an Energon. And then, well, unless I want to go up here. So maybe not yet. Hold on. I do have 2 movement outside of that. If I go up here, I need 2 books. I don't have it. I need 4 movement. I don't have it. Okay, so I'm not going up there. All right, so we're going to use that card to get a battery. So now we reduce the cost of our buying. So we have 3, so we can buy up to a 4 horseshoe card. So Crusader, target player gains books. Autobot, for each Autobot you have discovered, including Ratchet, get +1. So he gives me +1 for every other Autobot in my hand. So we'll go ahead and get that. Yeah. So I'll refill now, doesn't matter. All right, so we are hoping I draw my 2 action cards, because I think I only had 2. If I don't, still can't do that. I mean, technically we could do it and intentionally fail, right? Because then it would give us a new hurdle card for the challenge, for the chaos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I might, if I didn't get both. Yeah, I only got 1 action card. I can't keep this up. We're at 3. So now all allies that generate Energon when played must be played each turn. Oh, so you have to play those. Yeah, so because you can, okay, and I wasn't doing that, but you can keep cards in your hand. I was trying to figure out, like, how is that bad? But you normally can keep cards in your hand if you're not going to use a resource. I've just been discarding them each turn because I think I'm using at least 1 resource from each. All right, so now that is in effect. All right, so gain a plus book token. She started here, so we get our battery. She has 1 move, 2 books, 3 books, 4 books, a wild. So here, pay 2 to draw 1 card. You may then discard the drawn card to draw another card. So I would have to spend my Energon to go there. 2 books, pay 3 books, which I have. Pay 3 books to gain 1 card in the adventure that costs 3 or fewer resources and add it to your hand. All of them cost more than 3. Pay 2 books or 2 Energon to remove 1 card from your discard pile from the game. See, now this is where culling over on Twilight Sparkle would have been helpful. Nothing there. Alright, so books are out of the question. 3 resources, meaning I can't do anything up there. Although I do have a wild, so I do have 4 technically. Pay 3 to gain another token. Pay 3, shuffle the adventure row, discard pile, then draw 2 cards and place them on the top. So I'd be just shuffling the cards that were discarded back in. So this is kind of like a refresh, because like I said, the deck running out is a loss condition, which isn't anywhere near happening. Page, wow. All right, well, I think we're going to have to go with the 4 resources to get Crusader, because it gives her more tokens and she can use those as wilds. Yeah, let's do that. So we use our wild to get her. And I don't think I want to... I usually just discard my whole hand. I usually don't want to keep any cards. Yeah. All right, well, that was it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Movement. Resources. And you may remove this card to gain a sugar cube, which right now is not helping us one way or the other. Oh, the game is just getting harder. Has more of these wonderful clouds. And we haven't even gone through the first... This is still the level 1. This is still the first one. I think I said I wanted to get a new hurdle. So we're going to attempt this hurdle. We're going to put our 2 sugar cubes there. We have no cards to complete this challenge, so we failed it. The sugar cubes come back. So luckily the sugar cubes come back. And then we have a new card for the next one, which I think same thing. I think I'm going to have Twilight Sparkle actually do it as well. Question is, what is it going to require? So we started our turn here. We do get our Energon. Wow, everything is 6. Holy cow. I can drop some beats, which the music's playing in the background, so that works. We're going to drop some beats to have a player draw a card. So we have 2, 3, 4, technically 5. I need 6. I may discard a card. I'm going to discard the movement card to draw a card. Aha! There we go. All right, we're going to play this. Oh no. Yeah, so now we have 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we have our 6. We can get one of the artifacts. Draw 6 cards at the end of your turn instead of 5. You may, on your turn, you may remove this to gain 2 sugar cubes. You may put the first card you buy or gain on the top of your deck. On your turn, you may remove this card to get 2 sugar cubes. Start of your turn, draw 1 card if a cloud cover modifier is in effect, which it is. So you get basically +1 card. You remove this card from the game to gain 2 of any color sugar cube. You may put the first card you buy on top of your deck, so same as that one. On your turn, remove this card to gain 5 hooves. This can be any color. I don't know what the other challenges colors are going to be. So I'm thinking, I think here, because this gives me a 6-card hand and sugar cubes. So I do have to pull this back out, but then when I play it, it'll be an ongoing. So we did everything 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 2 books. I can remove 1 card from my discard pile. So we're going to remove the starter movement card. I have 1 Energon, which the only point of the Energon is to move over there, which I don't need to flip right now. Yeah, don't need to flip because I don't need to add a new location yet. Okay. Yeah. Actually, did I even need the 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually had the 6 before I drew that card. Now I think about it, because I had the -1. Oh well, doesn't matter. Worked out either way. Although that means I don't need to spin this card. Oh, I do if I want to do that book action. I did. Never mind. Yeah, so it actually worked out best because that gave me my book. All right. So she's going to, now technically I can do it before I played all my cards, after I played all my cards. She's going to attempt the challenge. So I have to discard all my cards to attempt the challenge. She's going to attempt the challenge. We're going to put the 2 cubes from Rarity. And then we're going to see what our chaos is. Chaos, we need +1 blue cube per pony. And we don't have that. So we have failed again. The cubes come back. And another wonderful cloud goes down here. Yeah. Okay. So this has not been easy. Now, again, I don't know if the chaoses on these are more difficult than the base game. So me not including the base game ones might be impacting it a little bit. But I would think it shouldn't be. Like a level 1 should be a level 1 chaos. I don't know. All right, so we get a new ally. We need some action cards, man. All right. So we're an hour into the stream. We haven't even finished the first level. Wow. All right. Draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if she can do anything or whether we're just going to go straight to the hurdle. So, all right, I must play these. Yeah. So I have to play her, and I started my turn here. So I now have my bonus. I do have 1 movement, 2 movement, and 3 buying power. Pretend you're playing the cello to have another player gain 1 resource token. That would be better for Twilight Sparkle to give the rarity, because then she gets the 2 wilds. I technically have 2 wilds, so I have 5, 6. So she could actually get, yeah, she can actually get a one of the artifacts as well. So let's do that. We'll do the draw 6 and get the 2 green. And we discard this. She's going to do, we're going to attempt the challenge. We're just going to do it. Because we have to. So discard all of our cards. Reveal the chaos. Chaos, we need 1 additional sugar cube per pony. Failed again. Oh man, I've never seen it need that much things. So it may be because I don't have. If I don't get, yeah, if we get through these last 3, then I'm gonna go grab the rest of the deck. Because yeah, that's brutal, man. That's brutal. All right, so we failed again. So +1, slide over. And again, it's why I said this is not really for the target age range. Oh, we have our first situation. Immediate. The active player shuffles kickback into their deck. Oh, yay. So this goes into the active player, which is now Twilight Sparkle. I forgot to draw cards. So kickback goes in here, and he's going to damage me. All right. We've got to draw our 5. 1. Yeah, if I could use Energon in place of a cube, that would be like a complete game changer. Because I feel like I'm wasting Energon. I feel like I have too much Energon. And I don't, like I said, I read it more than once. You can use a cube for Energon, but it doesn't say anything about using Energon for gaining a cube. I mean, the most you could do here is, I did kind of miss this, but if you spend your green Energon, you can reduce the cost. The thing is, she has a blue Energon card, so it would have to be Twilight Sparkle because she has the black Energon cube, so she would actually be able to do 2 Energon. And some of these Autobots now have, I didn't notice that, the Autobots have the, so that would make this cheaper to do, which may be what we're going to have to do to get us, just stockpile us some cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, we didn't get an artifact on that draw or any Autobots for that one. All right. So, refreshed, active player. What is she going to do? We started on this turn. We're already full. But we can, yeah, I think, can we get moved over there? Yeah, we're going to have to do this. So we're going to move over here. We're going to spend, we gained 1 on our turn. They didn't give you any tokens to show that you gained 1. Okay, so we gained 1 on our turn. I'll do that. We're playing this. May gain 1 Autobot or Decepticon from the adventure row. If you do, choose a Decepticon. If you choose a Decepticon, add final. So we can gain 1 Autobot. So that's cool. We will gain Windblade. For each Autobot you have discovered, I've discovered 2. Yep, because my partner doesn't have any. Get +1, so we're at 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're at 4. So to do this, we need 4 green Energon. And we don't have 4 green Energon. Dang it. Oh man, I didn't get enough. One. Actually, let me double check Discover and see if it includes... In solo, Discover includes the market, but I don't remember if Discover includes my discard. Because that would give me what I need. Discover, okay. Discover and you look for trades and keywords, any number of cards in your hand, cards in your control, in the hands of other players, and cards in their control. All during, okay, so it's in your control. Discard pile is not in your control. Dang it. So 3, 4, and I only have 1, 2, 3. So that only gives me 7. So that whole plan backfired on me. The whole thing I was going to do backfired on me. Now, the question is, when I gain Energon, I'd lose it at the end of the round, I think. It's just like any other resource. Yeah, just like all that, Energon generated by a card is only usable during the turn it's generated and will be lost when the turn ends. Oh, man. I needed my other card. Alright, what else can I do? Because I have 5. I get a 1 discount. Shuffle the adventure row. No, I don't want to do that. Same thing here. I wouldn't have... if I went this way instead, same thing. I wouldn't have enough, right? Because, yeah, I would reduce it by 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm only at 4. Oh, man. Guess we're taking Melody. That's all we can do. So me coming over here didn't do any good. So we're not going to move at all. I can't do that. And I don't have any sugar cubes to return. Man, that bit. Well, hang on. Let me double check. Overturn the hurdle, page 8. I think I have to discard everything before I attempt the hurdle. Let me double check. Solve a situation. At the end of your turn, each situation adventure row adds 1 cloud. This is dangerous. Pay the cost. That's situations. I don't want to do. There we go. Overcoming a hurdle. To win the game, you must overcome 3 hurdles in the final challenge. All right. Discard all cards you have played this turn that do not say ongoing. Flip the top card of the unused hurdle deck for the chaos. Yeah. Each player may play cards from their hands and resources or discard to generate what you need to beat the chaos. Do not draw new cards to replace the cards played. If you have all the cubes, you overcome the hurdle. Discard the cubes, tokens, and cards. If your team cannot, players retain all cubes, tokens, and cards. Okay, so I was wrong there. You do retain all your cards. Discard the hurdle, and then you go to the next one. All right, so again, we're going to attempt it. because I have no other option. Because I gotta get it done. So we're gonna see. We need +2 books per pony. So we need 4 books, and I don't think we have that. We have 1 book. Yeah. We would have had it before. No, we don't. So we fail again. So we were at 6. Oh, man. This is not going well. I've beaten this game, I promise. I have. But this first hurdle is just kicking my butt. First hurdle is just kicking my butt. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So kickback is definitely in my hand now. So we'll get to resolve that situation. All right, so we got about another 30 minutes. We'll see how far we can get. I mean, if I can't get past this first hurdle in the next 30 minutes, we're in trouble. Some of the other hurdles, like I was able to just go, but this one just wants to be difficult for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5. Situation. Whenever discarded, add 1 cloud to the final challenge. Resolve. I need to pay 6, and I can reduce this by 1 for each pink Energon spin. And remove this card from the game. So basically, he's going to keep adding clouds. Once we get to 8, there's really no point to add anymore. But it does cost more battery cubes once we get there. And we're going to get there in a second. So it's guaranteed to happen. So now he's just clogging up my deck. And I have all recruit. Yeah. Okay. Back to rarity. So she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has 6. She does gain 1 Energon, so we will gain a pink Energon. Because she can come over here. She can do this now. To gain 3 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, we're going to do... Alright, so play this. She gets... Oh, she has no movement, though. Dang it. She can't even get over to here to do either of these two. She has no movement. Oh, yes, she will. She'll have it in a minute. So, she gains a book token, which can be used as a wild. It's technically 2 wild. We're going to spin that to... move here because it only costs 1, and then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to use our generated 1 to reduce it by 1, so it's only going to cost us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so that is 8 Energon. Target player, yeah, we already did that. So that's 8, so that's enough. So then we get 3 cubes. 1, 2, 3. I guarantee you I don't need pink cubes. Probably going to need blue, because I already saw you needed to add green cubes, and I already saw the add all cubes. Yeah, all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, hang on. We're gonna try the challenge again. I mean, there's nothing I can do. All right, +1 ally card per players. We need to discard 2 ally cards, and we only have 1. Oh man! And we are at 8. That means to flip over our batteries now cost 2. All right. 1, 2, 3. We didn't even get any of our artifacts out yet. All right. That's what we got. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to drop some beats to draw a card. She doesn't even have any sugar cubes to return them to the supply. So 1, 2, she only has 4. She could buy a card for 3. There are no cards for 3. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no, she could buy a card up to 5. There are no cards for 5. Oh, she started her turn here, so she does get an Energon. Use an Energon to go there. I don't have any books. Do I have 4 movement? Don't have 4 movement. I mean, we're already at the max, so if I go over here, I can draw 2 more cards. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to come over here. We're going to draw 2 more cards. We're going to add another one just, I guess, because we're supposed to. That gives us 2 more. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now she can buy something up to 6. Or no, up to 8. So she can get the Super Ally, which the first time you flip your character card this turn, draw 2 cards. Or he lets me draw 2 cards. Is that better than the artifact? When you buy a card, put it on the top of your deck, gain this, discard this to get, I think we're going to do the artifact. Yeah. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to attempt the challenge again with only what she has in her hand. +1 green cube per pony. I knew I was going to need the green ones. All right, we're going to grab the rest of the deck. So, if you have all the expansions, this is the size of your deck. But I mean, the only difference is, and again, maybe this is where I screwed up, right? Is the base game, it's +2 horseshoes, +2 horseshoes, +1 movement per, +1 book per, +1 sugar cube per. So they're slightly easier. I didn't want to mix all these together, so that's why I didn't do this at the beginning. But I guess I could have just taken the base game ones out. Now, the other thing is, and I don't know why they don't, right? Like, I get you got to overcome the 3 hurdles, but I think there should be like a limit. Like, okay, you after the 3rd attempt, it's, you know, you just get rid of the hurdle and add another cloud or something, right? Or I don't know, some other option. Now, luckily, none of those said +1 Energon, so technically I can leave all of these in this deck to use. All right, well, there's our new bigger deck. We're at 8, no, we're at 9, yeah, we're at 10. We're at 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, and so now she's got all of her Autobots. She's got a decent hand coming up. All right, so maybe we can pass it because she's got how many allies? Yeah, she's got a couple allies, only 1 action card, but she has a lot of symbols to spend. A lot of symbols to spend. Okay. I think we might be able to get through it now. All right, so have to spend this because of the objective, which gives us 1 Energon, which it's on the card. I don't need to record that. 1, 2, 2 hooves, 2 movement. Okay, so she can't really do anything. She has a total of 3 recruit and 2 movement. She can't get to either of these 2. So you can use an Energon to get up here. That needs 4 movement or 2 books. She doesn't have either of those. Goes here. She can use... She needs 3. See, now this would be better if it was pay any combination of 3 hooves or 3 Energon, and it isn't. But she does have 3, so I think that's what we're gonna have to do. It's really the only thing she can do. So let's move 1. So we have that 1. I think we'll keep these 2 in our hand. Move 1. We're paying the 3 to gain basically a 2 wild, because she still has 2 flipped up. So we get a 2 wild. Gonna do the challenge again. Get +1 book per pony needs to be discarded. So basically we only need to discard 2 books. She has a token that's worth 2. So finally we have defeated this one. We do need to get rid of 2 cubes. Wow. That took an hour, almost over an hour, because I did do the rambling at the beginning of how to play. That is crazy. Okay, so now I can choose to discard these cards if I want, which I'm going to. I mean, is she going to need to move? I might need to move her over here, although maybe I can have her do it. All right, so this one, intercept 1 ally card. So intercept means that they take 1 ally card. I think they take the left. Where is that? Where's that player aid card? I had it. What did I do with it? Because you're supposed to put it underneath of the player aid card. Now I don't know what I did with the player aid card. Intercept. Yeah. So requires a team to intercept the leftmost. So he is intercepting and he is getting Optimus. So what that means, although nothing else is going to end up on the final, but the final's already maxed out. So, you know, there's that. What intercept means is if the team is able to overcome the hurdle before suffering a setback, any cards that are accumulated here will be shuffled back in the deck. Otherwise, these hurdles will be removed, removing key cards from the game and decreasing the number of adventure. Remember, the team cannot refill the adventure row to completion at the start of the turn, then they lose. So basically, it's just pulling each one. Now here, the thing is... Oh no, he only intercepts when we go to attempt the hurdle. Okay. I was about to say, how would he keep getting more in there? All right. But yeah, we need 4. Oh, we forgot our reward. What was our reward? Reward. Each non-active player reveals the top card of their deck and either adds it to their hand or removes it from the game. All right, so this was the non-active player. So I can reveal this card, and I can either add it to my hand or remove it from the game. We will go ahead and add it to the hand. Also, I forgot Kickback would have added another token. Doesn't matter, it's at max, so it's what it is. All right. So we go back to Twilight Sparkle. She needs to get some blue cubes. So we can get different colored cubes, and then we just need to exchange them. Yeah, which is 1 movement allows us to exchange. So RC, she's going to be able to do that because she's just going to be able to keep exchanging the cubes. Did I move the wrong one? I did. So that should be. Get rid of. Draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3. Four, 5. What's her next turn going to be like? So she got her artifact finally. Wow. Well, but that starting after this, she'll get 6 cards at her turn. All right. So Autobot, you may gain one Autobot or Decepticon from the row. So yeah, gain Optimus Prime. Pretend you're playing the cello, and give a token. Play Windblade, Autobot, gain a +2 movement token for each task token at your current location. Hang on, I gotta move first. She can have enough to move? Aw, no. So, gain Energon, we're gonna use that. No, we just need one movement. One movement. So we're gonna discard a card to draw a card. Oh, the resource tokens. So scratch that. Let's put the resource. I forgot hers. I could do either one. We're going to spin this resource token to get us a blue cube. So I can now I've got that resource card. I need to remember to use it on her. Autobot, gain +2 token, a +2 movement token for each task completed. There are 2. So, oops, I need my movement ones. Fortunately, I put them all in the same one. 1, 2. Which, again, those also count as wilds. For each Autobot, I get +1 recruit. So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 recruit, -1 here. So, and we have the Energon. We have a lot of Energon. We've got like 4 Energon. That's not doing me any good here. I need to be over here. So I unfortunately have to spend my movement tokens I just got to go over here. And then we have -1, -2, right? -2. So this only cost us 6, which we had way more than that. 2, 4, 6, 7. Right? Yeah. 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 So that gets us 3. 1, 2, oops. 2, 3. Right. Yeah. And then I'll need to come back over here so I can trade these in with my movement next time. All right, so we do need to mark that as completed. And yeah, so we add a cloud here. Yay, we're adding them up here now instead of there. And refill. We have the Dinobots. 1, 2, 3. Oops. Is this the first time I've shuffled her deck? Like, I've bought 2 artifacts with her. So one must be in there, and I think I just bought one. So that's crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so I finally got her artifact. All right. So put the artifact in play. Give us green. We don't need green. We need blue. So I'm not going to use that right now. We do want to trade these in for blue. And I have no movement. Technically, I don't have movement. Use this to gain a book token, which gives her a +2 wild. Which really doesn't help me. We're going to go ahead and do this because this is already at max, so I don't care. So that does clear this one out. So we draw 2 cards and put a cloud here, and then get a new location. The Cybertron Outskirts. Let's see here. Do we get anything of use here? 3 books. Pay 3 books to search your deck for a card added to your hand. I do have 3 books. Let's go ahead and do that. Target player gains a book token. Alright. Search my deck for a card added to my hand. What do I want? So how much do I have hooves? So we pay 5 to have target player gain 1 resource token and 1 sugar cube. Pay 8 to have target player gain 3 cubes total. So we currently have 1, 2, 3. No way we're getting to 8. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can get to 8. So let's save this. So we're just going to get this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So that gives us our 8. I don't know why I'm shuffling. There's only 5 cards though. So then that gives us 3 sugar cubes of our choice. So of course we're going to do blue. 1, 2, 3. We do have enough to do the hurdle. But what all did I play? I didn't play the move. I played all of these. I played that. I played the books. Yeah, so I played all of these. And then I used these as +2 wilds. So, what do we got over here? Got a decent amount of horseshoes. We got a couple extra cubes. Let's do it. Let's go after the hurdle. All right, let's go after the hurdle. Let's go. We need +2 to discard +2 horseshoes per player. So we need 4 horseshoes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, just barely. Holy cow. All right, so that completes this one. See, that's what I said. Some of them go like that. It was just we kept hitting things that we didn't have the extra resources for. So that first one just takes forever to get through sometimes. Reward. The active player gains 2 different resource tokens. So the active player, which is her, gains 2 different resource tokens. So we'll get a book and a horseshoe. Again, for her, doesn't matter. They turn into wilds. And then we do need to discard our 4 blue cubes. So we have 3 and 3, which is almost enough for that. This one goes away. And we are on the last one. No. So last one. Oh yeah, there was an intercept. We did pass. So where does the Autobot ally go? Back into the deck. The team is able to overcome the hurdle before suffering a setback. Any cards on the accumulated there will be shuffled back in the Avenger deck. All right. So he would have had to acquire somebody. So we'll just say he acquired that. And then that gets shuffled back in. This deck is way too big to worry about ever seeing him again. Now there are 8 setbacks in here. We've only seen 1 so far. All right. So now refresh. All right. Well, finally in action where we get a cube. Now this is what we were missing. So this one here, you get a blue cube every time you play it. Like this is what you kind of want on the very first turn, is cards that give you cubes every time you play it. If you don't get those, the game is not going to be as easy. All right, so we need 3 pink per pony. And then he takes 2 cards each time we attempt. Oh, what was our reward? Oh no, I already did the reward. I was looking at the setback. All right. So we have 3 pink here. We just don't have 3 pink here. That is a lot of cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I think you should be able to use Energon, because I think that's the problem with this set, is you're getting Energon in place of the cubes in this particular version, right? But again, it battery tokens, Energons. You see, Energons use of any color in your turn might be thinking seem familiar. Yeah, it doesn't say that Energon is used for anything else but Energon and flipping your character over. Okay. So Twilight Sparkle. Oh, hang on. We draw to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to shuffle and draw to 6. Twilight Sparkle's deck is Rarity's deck isn't very good. Rarity and RC need some more cards. 6. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put this in. Start of your turn. Draw 1 card. If a cloud cover modifier is in effect, which they are. And I can remove this to gain 2 sugar cubes. So that's most likely I'm going to get rid of both of these on the very last turn. And then we have 1 card that does nothing but moves this back over here so we can do the conversion on the next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, and then she draws 1. So yeah, so Twilight Sparkle's deck's pretty good because I got that 1 card that I can just keep taking allies and bringing them in. Rarity, on the other hand, not so much. All right, we get rid of this artifact. All right, goes there. All right. All right, what can we do? So we need 3 more pink. All right, so we gain book. Pay up to 5 to have target player gain 1 resource token and 1 sugar cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she's going to go ahead and do that. Which gives her 1 of those and 1 of those. Completes this one. Oh, I think she's supposed to move back when I complete them. That might have been a mess up last time too. You cannot perform the same task twice, so we can't just keep exchanging all of our cubes. Where does it talk about refreshing the row? Somewhere. More tasks. Just heard a meeting start. I wasn't supposed to have any meetings. No, that's not for me. All right. I couldn't find where it talks about it. I think when it goes, you're supposed to go back. I think. So we're gonna move back. And then we do have 2 movements, so we can technically just move back. Yep. So that is it for there. Now she has a lot of wilds, but wilds do not count as cubes, unfortunately. So can she do anything here? Pay 2 movement to gain 1 sugar cube. This is the only sugar cube you control. Target player also gains 1 sugar cube. And unfortunately that is not the case, but we will go ahead and do that. So we're going to pay 2. Gain 1 sugar cube. Pay 8. And to gain 3 blue. We don't need blue now, but we could use it later. She does have a reduced by 1. She has... Oh, we already spent all of our horseshoes. Because that's how we completed that other one. Yeah. Okay. Because even though I do this, it's 2, 4, 6. I can only reduce it by... I could reduce it by 2. Yeah, we're going to do that. All right. Oh, but now the question is, what is the timing of this? Because if I do this now, first... Can I count these as 2 and then do... that order of operation makes that confusing. That order of operation is confusing to me. Because... right now, these are worth double. Right now, those are worth double. If I flip this... or do I do this? I do 2, 4, 6... and then reduce that, have that one, reduce it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say I spent the resources and then spent the Energon. I don't think that's right, but again, we want to move on because it's taken way longer than it should have. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we get a cloud, a key, and then we lose our superhero. Oh, poor superhero. There we go. All right. So, what is Twilight Sparkle? Yeah, what's Twilight Sparkle? All right, at the start of your turn, draw a card. All right, so we need pink cubes. We need one more pink cube, so that's fine. We're going to spend... we're going to spend movement. So I have to spend this because the restriction's making me do this. I have to play this. So, gain a +2 token for each task token at your current location. Technically, there are none, so I don't want to play that yet. So we're going to move first. Autobot leader, +1, +1, +1 for each on the final challenge. So that's 11. Holy cow. That's 11. All right, so let's do this first. I know I need to do this first. So we're going to use 1 movement to convert this to a pink. Right? And then, yeah, it's 11. Oh, +1 of one of them. Oh, for a max of 3. I was going to say I can do 11. So we get an extra 3 of something. So we do want to move here. Yeah, so we'll do 3 movement. And then we want to pay 6. So he has 2. Oops, hang on, I needed another movement. Here. We discard a card. Draw a card. You may gain 1 Autobot from the row. So we need 6. So 5, 6. All right, so we can do that now. Draw 2 cards. Gain 2 sugar cubes. What do we not have a lot of? Do a blue and a green, I guess. Just to make sure all of our bases are covered. Pretend you're playing a cello. Give another player a token. There you go. Drop some beats, which the music's playing in the background. Target player draws a card. Gain +2 movement for each task at your location. So one task is completed. 2 books, 3 books. Pay 3 books to gain 1 card in the adventure row. That costs 3 or less. Technically, I should have played her then after that, which would have given me another movement token. I'm stacking up for the final boss is really what I'm doing here. Then we've used 3 movement. We have 4 movement left. And 4 here. Gain +1 Energon for each ally you control, and you get cubes. This is a big turn. So 2, 5, 6. We already did that. Get +1 for each other Autobot. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So we have another 6. Another 6, and we technically have 4 more movement. We have 1 Energon. I started my turn here, so actually I would have 2 Energon. So we're going to spend 1 movement. Oh no, this is this needs to be flipped over. Whoopsie. I was going to go to that location. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go over here. You can't. Can't do that, Will. Cannot do that. So yeah, I can't do anything with that 6. And I have to play Ratchet. I have to play the Autobots, so it's not like I could keep those in my hand. So that's 6. But I get -1, so I guess we'll get Princess Luna. That's a lot of cards I played there. All right, we're going to go after the challenge now, or the hurdle. So we need 1 resource token per pony. Oh, that's easy enough. 2. So that is done. And that's from an expansion too. So it's weird that the Autobots one was just so much harder, it seemed. Which caused that to go on longer than it needed to. All right. Intercept, he would have captured 2 allies. There were no allies out there for him to capture, so that wouldn't even matter. Reward, target player may remove up to 2 cards in their discard pile from the game. Her deck just isn't very efficient. So get rid of that starter card. We're just getting rid of starter cards. Oh, I wish Kickback was in here. Then I could have got rid of him. No, we'll get rid of that one too. All right. I think I have stockpiled my stockpiled enough. Actually, I think I might have lost the game a long time ago. So I'm trying to remember what the point of that is. Oh, that's for the negative thing to happen. Like, the card never fails. You never fail the card. Cloud limit. All hurdles had a final cloud. This is listed in the cloud upper left. Each of the cards usually has additional value total. These number of the clouds on the hurdle ever equals or exceeds the limit. Resolve the setback text. Does not mean the hurdle goes away. Must overcome it. Clouds on the hurdles are equal to the cloud's limit, and any additional clouds will be added to the hurdle or placed on the final challenge. It really messes with you in this series, yeah. Cloud cover. Final challenges have a game text called cloud cover, which can cause trouble for your team even before you reach it. 3 more clouds in final challenge, and 8 or more. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I did that right. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's wonderful Kickback again. All right, so we competed that, so there's no cloud coverage goes out. All right, situation immediate. The active player shuffles into their deck, and she doesn't have a deck, so that just becomes 1 card. All right, I think we can probably do the challenge at this point, because, like I said, I set them up with a lot of cubes. Oh, I got to discard What were the cubes I needed to discard? 6 pink cubes. So all 6 pink cubes. We got plenty of cubes. We don't have 4 each, so she does need to get at least 1 sugar cube. All right, so let's see how we do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, can she get a sugar cube? Yes. So we're going to go ahead and discard that to get 2 green sugar cubes. I knew this was going into the last round, so technically I would have discarded that as well to get her 2 sugar cubes. And we're just going to go after the challenge, right? Why not? We either win or lose on this. Yeah. Each player contributes 2, and we need 2 challenge cards. So we need a total of 4 traits. So 1... 1. We had 1 trait. So that's technically defeat. That's you only get to try the final battle once, right? And then if you lose, it's defeat. So that's okay. That's okay. I gotta get some lunch anyways in me. I'm well over the stream time. Stream should only be about an hour and a half tops. That first challenge just took me too long, so word to the warning, or word to the wise, make sure you include at least the base game's, challenges, hurdles in your chaos deck. If you don't want them to be the 3 challenge you play, you don't have to include them there, but I would at least include them in the chaos deck to make sure that you get some of those, what appear to be slightly easier conditions than what the chaos on the bottom was. But either way, if you guys want to see more My Little Pony deck building action, just let me know down in the comments. If I made any rules mistakes, let me know down in the comments. That way other people are aware. If you want to know where this ranks in my top 50 games of all time, again, I call it Lucita bias. Make sure you subscribe. Those videos will be going up over the next 5 Thursdays. But until next time, guys, peace.